Dear beloved group, the question that my son Danny asked today has been bothering humans and humanity for many, many years throughout the history. Some people obviously do not care, and those who are conscious to taking control over their ego will always live a happier and healthier life. Now, let's just make a difference between negative ego and positive ego. Because when we say ego, you tend to go to the negative side. We will speak about it. But first, a few words about the positive side. I would say that the positive side will be self-confidence, charisma, anything that brings you to send out your message and with your energy to bring people to follow or to listen or to do in a very positive way. And it's not ego that says me and me and me, which is a negative ego. It is ego which represents those characteristics which I mentioned. And the negative ego is, as I said, me and me and me. I am the most important. I need to receive. Everything is around I and me. You can see it not only in many places and many types of people. You can see it many a times in leaders when they present their ego and they're not aware of it as an ego. The whole nation, all their people are influenced by what he does, what he says. But even everyone, the most spiritual people, the people that give the most service, positive service, you all have a certain amount of ego because you're human beings. If you get hurt by someone when he cursed you or said something about you and you are hurt inside emotionally, just take a moment to think, is this hurting my ego, or is it really something that anyone would get hurt by it? And what we have to learn is how to control the ego, because all human beings have it. We see the energy, the spark of energy of every soul on Mother Earth. And as I have told you before, we can zoom in and see how the energy is built. Colors, sparks, waves of energy. And then we can see, when we talk about the ego, we can see the ego as the negative ego as a great negative energy. And we can see a wonderful person who only gives service and is spiritual. We can see when he is hurt by something that someone said or something that someone did, and he doesn't know why. But we can see it by the energy changes. So we realize that we all have a certain amount of ego, if it's very tiny, and if it's all I am is me, which is the biggest negative ego. What can you do to control this ego, to get hurt less, and know sometimes that if someone told you something and you are hurt, maybe you should look inside. Maybe, not always. Maybe this is an outcalling for you to check yourself. If it's by what you said, what you thought, what you did. First thing you should do is open your heart. When you do meditation, no matter what you concentrate on, always give a few moments or more for opening your heart, but not only opening your heart, but empowering your heart, strengthening your heart, creating what is called an unshakable heart, when you can receive criticism, judgment, hurtings from people, but you will not be hurt emotionally. This shows a great amount of spiritual power and emotional power. And this, I would say, would be the easiest way for you to control the ego. And you can check every day if something happened during that day which you were hurt, or where your ego said, it's not me, it's him, or anything like that. You cannot take away the ego completely, but being in humility, being with love, with the ability to forgive and to receive forgiveness, and to shine around you. If you have the light inside, which is created by service you give, by very positive and loving meditation, or any other positive thing you do or say or think, you will create yourself to be with an unshakable heart, but with a loving and opening heart. And why am I telling you all this? For one reason. Being spiritual is not knowledge. It's also knowledge. Being spiritual is mainly behavior. How do you behave towards yourself, towards your family, towards your surroundings, towards humanity, towards Mother Earth, towards heaven, and towards anything you can think of? So purify your heart Purify your mind. Whenever you have bad thoughts that are in your mind that cannot leave you from some reason or other, do a quick healing meditation to clean out your mind. So this is my message. Just do it and see that you'll have a much more peaceful life. You're blessed and loved, Menorah.